Welcome, travelers. After Sapphire's not-so-pleasant introduction to Aya, the proud warrior, she pleaded her case for help in ridding the Prism Kingdom of the behemoths that plagued it. However, to her dismay, the proud warrior declined, claiming Sapphire's kingdom had destroyed her land.
I don't understand. My kingdom is one of peace. We'd never bring wrath or do harm to others.
Confused, Sapphire asked to be shown exactly what she was talking about.
Well, come along, mainlander. I'll give you the full tour. Come on.
Good Lord. What happened here?
The Prism Kingdom. That's what happened here.
So much for, what was it that you said? Never bringing wrath or doing harm to others.
You keep saying that, but my kingdom doesn't possess anything that could do this.
Then would you care to tell us what that is down there?
Before Sapphire was an abandoned crystal mine. Infused with unbelievable power and force, the crystals were the main source of energy for all the kingdoms across the land, serving a multitude of purposes, including industry, healing, and even in war.
A crystal mine? I was aware of them, but I've never actually seen one. I had no idea they could do this.
Huh. You learn something new every day, don't you?
And it continues to get worse as time passes, Sapphire.
Yes, and since your kingdom took the crystals, the decay has been spreading from the mines every day, consuming more and more of our land.
I'm so sorry, but if this mine belonged to my kingdoms, we certainly wouldn't have left it like this. Nearly all of the kingdoms use crystal energy. How are you so sure this mine is definitely the Prism Kingdom's?
Oh, we just have a hunch.
By royal decree, this crystal mine is sole property of the Prism Kingdom. No trespassing, no touching, don't even look at it. Does that ring a bell, Sapphire?
Oh my.
Well, there's all your proof. You happy, mainlander?
Why would any of this make me happy? And my name is Sapphire.
Dude. Are you alright?
Does he look okay, bro?
Quiet, you.
I've been feeling a little under the weather lately, but I'm feeling much, much better now. Thank you.
This has been a common sight, Sapphire. Ever since that man from your kingdom came and convinced us to let him construct that mine, many of our own have fallen sick to its decay. The longer one stays in it, the more sick one becomes.
I can't say how much it grieves me to see all of this and the neglect from my kingdom. Maybe we can turn all this tragedy around for everyone if we work together. Help us rid the kingdom of the behemoths. Then afterwards we'll send our best scientists down here to investigate and fix the cause of this decay. They won't stop until they fully restore the savannah to its former glory. You have my word on this.
Your word, huh? I've heard that before. Well, I'm not interested. We showed you what you wanted to see. Now be gone.
I know you're upset, but I told you I had nothing to do with this. I'm trying to help here. I know how you feel. The same sorrow you have for your land is the same I feel for my people. If we can't put everything aside and work together, maybe
I've heard enough. Your kingdom tricked us once. We won't be tricked again. Now be gone.
What's your problem? Would you just listen to me?
You're my problem, mainlander. Now be gone. Be gone.
Well, I'm sorry to have wasted all of your time.
Aya, please listen.
Things sure weren't looking good for Sapphire. With no other places to turn to, she had failed in her mission to find a warrior. And surely her kingdom would be destroyed. As she sat in defeat, Sapphire couldn't help but fall into depression as she thought of the Prism King and all her loved ones she had let down.
What you said?
We're rooting for you, dear. We have full faith in you, and remember on your journey that we'll always love you.
Sapphire! Where are you?
Sapphire sat there defeated in tears, until the frantic cries of Aya's friend Binamu caught her attention. After going to see what all the commotion was about, she discovered Binamu being chased by a terrifying beast. Without hesitation, she jumped into the path of danger, grabbing Aya's friend before becoming the beast's lunch. Sapphire had saved Binamu, but she soon realized that the beast's attention was now on her as well. Grabbing Binamu, she ran like she never ran before, with the beast in close pursuit. Meanwhile, in another part of the savannah, Aya sat alone, wondering if she had done the right thing sending Sapphire away. After what the last mainlander had done, how could I not, she thought. As she sat, memories of Luke, the mainlander who had tricked her, flooded into her mind. She remembered the first day they met, and how he introduced himself as the advisor of power and energy for the Prism Kingdom, and how he begged her to use the crystals in the mind to save his kingdom. She remembered how he charmed her with his smile and humor just to get what he wanted, and how she foolishly fell right into his hands. Then with regret, she painfully recalled the dark day he proposed to her, asking her to move to the Prism Kingdom as his bride, only to disappear 1 week later on their wedding night after the crystal mine was used up, leaving her standing at the altar alone, with a land soon to decay. Aya sank deeper and deeper into bitterness, losing herself into the spirit of hatred, until her lament was interrupted by the cries of Binamu and Sapphire in the distance. Quickly arriving at the scene, Aya discovered the peril her friend and Sapphire were in. Without delay, she intervened, brutally slaying the once hungry beast. After hearing from Binamu how Sapphire had courageously saved him, Aya learned an important lesson that day, that there truly were some good mainlanders, and that you can't judge one person on the act of others. Because of her new insight, Aya had a change of heart, and decided to take Sapphire up on her offer to slay the behemoths that were terrorizing the Prism Kingdom, in exchange for helping her to restore her land. Before going back to the Prism Kingdom to report to the Prism King, Sapphire gave Aya a map of all the locations of the behemoths, and then wished her good luck on her journey. Aya then set off to fulfill her part of the bargain. And on her way, she would encounter some new friends. Kelly Akira, a headstrong warrior. Bao Bo Jang, an exiled, lovesick prince. And the greedy Boblin. He sure was greedy. Together, they traveled through the many different regions of the Prism Kingdom, and would go on many wondrous and yet sometimes frightening adventures, all while conquering all 4 of the behemoths that were terrorizing the land, until finally they encountered the scary and mysterious force that was puppeting the behemoths all along, ending in a confrontation that nearly cost them all their lives. With the evil sealed, the Prism Kingdom was put back into a period of peace. For succeeding in her quest to find warriors, Sapphire was made the chief advisor. With her newfound authority, she had Luke, the advisor who had tricked Aya, stripped of all his power and had him banished to hard labor. Under her supervision, nothing like the incident with Aya's land would ever happen again. The greedy Boblin, through his adventures with Aya and the others, learned that true wealth doesn't come from your pocket, but from the merit of one's character. So when he was deemed a duke as a reward for helping to save the Prism Kingdom, he didn't spend his newfound fortune all on himself. No, rather he used his new wealth to help others in need, and became a contributing member of the community. Now he would be regarded as the generous Boblin. Bao, the lovesick prince who had brought disgrace upon himself and his family while trying to impress a princess, learned that love and approval from others cannot surpass the genuine love that comes from accepting and loving yourself. And to his surprise, he finally found his perfect partner when he did. Kelly Akira, who had been outcast from her village because of her recklessness, learned that there were consequences to rash actions, and ultimately learned humility and the power of true teamwork. When hearing of her heroic deeds, her village rewarded her with a coat of honor. As for Aya, well, just as Sapphire had promised, her beautiful land was restored. And if that wasn't enough, Aya was knighted, becoming a legendary warrior of the Prism Kingdom, esteemed throughout all time. Through her adventures, Aya had met many new friends, and with each new bond, her heart was softened by the effects of Luke's betrayal. Until one day, Aya had regained one of life's biggest and brightest gifts, her smile. Now Aya, her family, and all of her new friends live happily ever after.